Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Domestic Key, and I'm back with another video. So, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I am a real estate entrepreneur as well as an abundance coach. If you already subscribed to the channel, welcome back. Thanks for all the love and support. Glad that you're here for another video. So, today we're going to talk about people pleasing, okay? I don't know if you guys ever heard the term of a people pleaser. Well, guess what? I am actually a recovering people pleaser. For majority of my life, up until like the last couple years ago, I've been a heavy, extreme people pleaser. And sometimes, my people pleasing comes out like in certain situations, and I have to check myself, like, hey, you're doing too much, right? So let's say maybe you have noticed that you are a people pleaser as well. Well, guess what? I made this video for you so you can understand people pleasing and how you can get from up under the people pleasing rock, and you can learn everything about it, what it does, and how it affects you in your life. But before we do, I just want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Activate and Manifest. It is a course that I put together specifically explaining how I actually started to manifest all the things that I dreamed of and desired in my life, especially in my real estate career. There was a specific time, like 3 years into my career, I was getting a little bit bored with the tedious, continuous task. And I'm like, hey, I'm about to do something wild. And I actually manifested a high five-figure check down to the exact cents. I kid you guys not. So this course, I break down every single thing that I did. It's a two-part course. The first side is you activate. You activate, get yourself ready and prepared to be pretty much ready for your manifestations. And then the second part is all the action steps that you can take to actually manifest. Now, guys, I give you everything. I give you all the game, everything that I use, like all my tools out the toolbox. I mean, it's so much in there. PDF files and also videos. It is actually on sale right now for a crazy discount for the pre-sale because it's launching next year, 2023. So if you're interested, make sure you go ahead and click that link in the description because it will not be that price for much longer once it launches. So take advantage of it. Now, getting into the video, let's talk about what is people pleasing, okay? People pleasing is when you do nice things for people to either get them to like you, to spend time with you, or to get your needs met, okay? That's in a nutshell what people pleasing is. Now, it may seem pretty harmless, but let me let you guys know exactly what you're doing and what's going on when you people please, okay? So first, let's talk about why we people please, okay? The reason why we people please is because it's easy, or it's the only way we know based off our childhood to get our needs met. You know, we think we have to overextend ourselves and just be super nice and just be super flow, like not like trying to push, your way, or just insert yourself on anything, or speak about what you need, what you desire, just because you probably just think that you're not important. You think it doesn't matter. You think you don't care. So you think that if you are super nice, kind, and gentle with people, that somehow they'll give you what you need by giving them what they need. Now, because you don't feel like your needs are worthy of being met, or you feel like your needs weren't important, okay? It means you are not being authentically yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with the other person. And it also means that you are manipulating whoever you're dealing with, because you're genuinely not wanting to do the things that you're doing. If you're going places with them just because you know they want you to, or if you buy them something just because you know it'll make them happy, like you genuinely don't, you're like giving it to them from an authentic, realistic place. You're just doing it to get what you want in the long run. And in essence, you're actually manipulating, and you're being a manipulator, which is not cool, right? So also what you're doing is you're not being honest or true to yourself, okay? You're not saying this is what I want and, just putting it out there honestly. You're kind of like backsliding and with all these facades, and you're doing all these things to kind of like distract what it is you want, when you could just be direct and be like, hey, this is what I want to do. So it's important for you to understand that when you are in like your people pleasing mode. Also, what you're doing, you're abandoning yourself and your needs by always putting other people first, always doing what they want, going where they're going, giving what they want. You're not focusing on you at all. You're abandoning yourself totally. Like all the things that you're actually afraid of, like not being liked, not being this, not being that, it's actually all going to come about the way that you're going about getting it, because you're just not being truthful. You're not being authentically yourself. You are just manipulating your way into what it is that you want. Trust me, I know. I come from a long history of people pleasing, and it's nothing good that comes out of it. And in the long run, you're not going to get exactly what it is you want. So that's why people pleasing is not a great way to go. Also, you're hoping that being nice and being a people pleaser will somehow make that person want to please you. And in return, they're going to do all that emotional work for you, so you don't have to do that emotional work yourself. You don't have to be honest about your feelings. You don't have to be honest about your needs. You don't have to stand up and say what it is that you're truly feeling authentically as you. That's really the big caveat to all of this. You're hoping that someone comes on, you hoping that you please so much that someone comes on and they sweep all your problems and emotions away with them and take them off into the sunset so that you don't have to deal with that stuff yourself. That's actually what's happening when you people please. So, what should you do instead of people pleasing? Let's say you're a people pleaser. You come from a long line of people pleasing. You do it for a long time, been doing it for a long time, and you don't know exactly what it is you should do, how to come out of it. Hey, I'm going to tell you what you should do instead of people please. You need to say what it is that you want, okay? Be honest about what it is that you're feeling. Be honest about what it is that you want and what it is that you need. I'm not saying that you're going to get it. I'm not saying that people are just going to be like, okay, cool. But at least they'll know where you stand. They'll know what you want. They'll know that you're not just doing all of these things just in hopes of later getting whatever it is that you want out the deal. At least they'll know up front. And then you'll know too. And then you won't waste your time. And everything will just be so free and free-flowing. And it's so much deeper to this specific issue of people pleasing. But I just want to keep this video simple and short because it is so much that goes on top of people pleasing and the psychology behind it and all of those things. Also, trust that you deserve whatever it is that you're asking for. Like, feel worthy of that. Feel like you're important, like enough to get whatever it is that you're wanting. Like, you have to let go of the fear of rejection. You have to let go of the fear of losing friends. You have to let go of the fear of losing family members. Like, you have to move into and shift into a more abundant mindset and not a lack mindset that if you don't continue to do these things to please these people, that they're going to abandon you or leave you or whatever. So people pleasing has an exact correlation to an insecure self-image and abandonment issues and attachment issues and all different type of issues. This is why a lot of people please. So there's a lot to kind of dig into it, and they all go hand in hand together, right? So this is something you really need to think about when you're kind of breaking down what it is that you're doing and why you do the things you do and why you choose to show up the way you show up for the people. What you should do instead of people pleasing is be vulnerable. Be extremely comfortable with being vulnerable. And what you'll realize is you'll find the type of people that you can actually trust yourself with, and that you can be honest with more so. And I'm actually going to make an entire video about that. I'm going to link it somewhere after this video or up here and to speak more in depth about that, because I think it's extremely important. Express your truth 100%, regardless of what the outcome is. And I think that's what it is. I think we think so much about what the outcome is, and we're thinking like, well, what's going to happen if I tell them what I want, or tell them what my intentions are? Are they going to abandon me? Are they going to reject me? Are they going to laugh at me? Are they going to disown me? Or all of these different thoughts that these stories we make up in our head. And when we have those thoughts, this is why we feel like I couldn't possibly go and tell this person my exact intentions, because they're going to dissolve the relationship, or they're going to stop communicating with me, or whatever. But you have to understand, if you speak your truth and someone does that to you, then that's not the person that is supposed to be in your life anyway. I mean, I know that's a hard pill to swallow. None of us want to hear that. But I think that's something that is inevitable, and you have to understand that regardless, that eventually, even as you're people pleasing or doing all these things, there's going to be some type of turbulence, and something's going to happen where that connection or that relationship is going to dissolve. So what you should do is understand that your happiness is not attained by something outside of you. So no person on this earth should have that much power to dictate your happiness and if you're happy or not. If you having these type of issues, I mean, this is definitely a sign that you have some inner work to do, and your self-image you need to work on. And I know this from experience. I think we all are evolving. We all are growing every day, and every single day you maybe have to revisit in your mind the story that you have of who you are, and what you're doing when it comes to your relationships, and how you're treating yourself, how you speaking to yourself, and all of these different things. I think that's extremely important. You shouldn't be holding your livelihood in someone else's hand, giving them all of your power, taking all your power outside of you and giving it to somebody else, when in actuality, all of that power is inside of you, and you have full control. Think about it, is the way that it's going to present itself to you in this physical world. And the last, and I think one of the most important points that you should understand about people pleasing, and what you should do instead of people pleasing, is understand that with the right people, your needs is going to get met, and their needs are going to ultimately get met. And that's what you want. You want secure relationships where you're getting what you desire and deserve, and as well as them. Because this is going to ensure that you're not in a lopsided relationship where you're the one giving everything and nothing is being given in return, or vice versa, the other person is doing all the work. You're not reciprocating that action as well. You want a secure relationship where it's you both are at the same level. You both want to be there. You both see the value in each other. You both enjoy each other, enjoy spending time with each other. And it doesn't have to be like this manipulative game of who's getting what, when, where, and why. It's just all secure. Everybody's needs is being met, and all of these. If you want to be more emotionally secure and a more stable person and become more emotionally intelligent, you're going to want to make sure that you tap in with me in the Patreon, where I offer you more in-depth videos. We also have trainings and live streams that will ensure you will have more secure relationships to come. It's very important that you do this work and you understand why your relationships are looking the way they're looking, and why certain things are transpiring this way. It's extremely important. So go ahead, click that link in the description, get in there, and let's get to work, and let's take advantage of this opportunity to be better people, to evolve, to grow, and do all of those things. Well, guys, thank you for watching this video. We have come to the end, and until the next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.